We are in our fourth month and 19th year of the 21st century. And for the past 2 decades, the educational world has promoted the idea of a 21st century education. They tell us we need to move away from an educational system that spouts information and builds basic skills for children to memorize and master in order to get to their next level in school, and instead towards an educational system which includes increased use of technology. We need to embrace computers, engineering, robotics, coding, social media, ingenuity, and progressive schooling. But when we delve deeper into understanding what a 21st century education really represents, it's not about technology at all. That just happens to be a useful tool to accomplish the real goal. A 21st century education at its core draws the attention of the classroom experience towards the student and away from the teacher. Teachers are no longer the storehouse of information that a student must memorize in order to learn. Instead, teachers are guides in each child's journey of growth, helping them develop their full human potential through the subjects they teach. I am now 8 months into this role of leader at Torah Day School. And in this time, I have been listening, observing, learning, analyzing, and planning. I know that each of you want TDSA to create an experience that ensures your children are accomplishing our mission of being a Torah-inspired, capable, and exceptional citizen of the Jewish and global community. I am hearing these four questions in one way or another. Number one, are we sufficiently inspiring our Talmidim and Talmidos to love living a Torah life? Number two, are we fully preparing students to think critically, analytically, and creatively as they tackle academic and life subjects? Number three, are we amply training kids how to socialize and interact with their peers and members of the community? And finally, number four, I'm hearing you ask, are we appropriately addressing children's emotional needs and levels of maturity as we design the classroom experience for each of them? So in a nutshell, I'm hearing you ask, do we have a 21st century education, one which truly reaches the potential of my child? And these are valid questions. And as I have been analyzing the school's current status and planning towards this goal, I realize that this concept is actually as old as the Torah itself. This Friday night, we will all be participating in a Pesach Seder. And as you know, there are four sons that the Haggadah talks about, which of course are derived from Psukim in the Torah. Pesach Seder is the night we, as parents, are supposed to pass on the understanding of what it means to be part of the Jewish nation and connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to our children. And the Haggadah tells us that we need to adjust the way we relate to our children based on who they are. To the Chacham, we teach more Torah. To the Rasha, we show him how he would be excluded from our community with his current attitude. To the Tam, we give an overview of what the night is all about. And for the Eino Yudei L'Shol, we tell him how much Hashem cares about us since he does so much for our benefit. If you think about these responses to each one of these four children, the Bali Haggadah are instructing us to guide our children's academic, social, spiritual, and emotional growth. Each of the four things you are asking about TDSA. The Chacham is ready for academic growth, so the Bali Haggadah say, let him keep going. The Rasha views himself outside the realm of what's happening at the Seder night. So the Bali Haggadah say, right, you are outside. But really what they're saying is, try to find a way to bring him back in so he's appropriately socializing and interacting within our community. The Tam, in his simplicity, needs a shot of spiritual inspiration to truly feel what Pesach night really represents for the Jewish people. So the Bali Haggadah say, we must tell him about all the miraculous events Hashem did, which led us out of Mitzrayim. The one who doesn't ask he lacks the self-confidence or emotional security to speak up for himself. So the Bali got to tell us to assure him that we as a people know Hashem is here for us based on all he has done. It's like Hashem is our emotional security blanket for everything he does for us. If you read the responses to each of the four sons carefully with these four ideas in mind, you will see what I'm saying to be 100% true. The Bali Agada are instructing us to help our children reach their academic, social, spiritual, and emotional potential. As parents and as educators, we have an obligation to build all four aspects of our children. So the essence of a 21st century education has been around much longer than 2 decades. We have always worked to guide these four areas of development in our children towards the goal of being Torah-inspired, capable, and exceptional citizens of the Jewish community. Exactly how we reach those goals depend on the environment that our children live in. We are now 2 decades into the 21st century. We can no longer ignore the tools, the methods, the teaching styles that promote student growth in these areas of our 21st century children. In the years ahead, as your head of school, I look forward to strengthening and developing Torah Day School's efficiency in accomplishing these goals for each of your children. As we go into Pesach this year, I want to offer you a bracha, that you are able to recognize where your children are in each of these areas, and that you have the strength and ability to help them grow academically, socially, spiritually, and emotionally. Chag Kasher v'Sameach. Have a wonderful and uplifting Pesach.